All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. What up, y'all? It's your boy. Just call me Monty King Jiggle. I just got done with an interview with my homeboy, Mr. Smith, at 5 o'clock. So I got another one we rolling in right now with a special guest. You know what I'm saying? It's the first female on my platform. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely a dope situation. I didn't get a chance to get my queen on yet, so she probably definitely next on the list. But you messed around and slid to the top because it was so many. I reached out to a lot of people, and you were one of the ones who actually reached back. So I definitely appreciate you. So
You're welcome.
uh, but before I introduce who you are, I want everybody to know if you want to get an interview anytime, you know what I'm saying, just hit me up on my DM. Let me know what's going on. Hit me up on my Facebook. My Facebook page is cool. You know what I'm saying? My Twitter, my YouTube. If you need an interview, you don't have to be a music artist. You don't have to do anything like that. If you're just a human being that has something to say, I want you to get on here and say what you need to say. I'm just trying to create a platform for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. But today, like I said, we got the homegirl, Faye. What's popping with you? What's popping?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing real good. Doing real
That,
good.
that's really good. That's really good. Hey, we gonna get to this interview, man. How's your family doing? Hey, who is Faye? Let's talk about it, because I mean, it's probably our first time. I don't really know you like that. You probably don't
Yeah.
know me like that. You know what I'm saying? So this interview is about to be dope because I'm gonna learn you right now. You know what I'm saying? So what's
Well,
going on?
actually, the first time I got wind of you was when Mozart and I believe DJ Ouija profile
Weeds
things.
on the
Yes.
virges. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, that battle was shaking. That
that
was
bottle was shaking.
yes. That's the and I really got like inspired to follow what you do because I was like, wow, like I really feel like you support what's happening in the community. You're not just about the mainstream. Mainstream is cool, no shade, because we all
Yeah,
look into wanting to tap into that at some point. But I feel that you really feel like there's an avenue for local music.
yeah,
So I feel the same. Like I just like I had wrote a post a while ago and I felt like people should normalize to be able to bump local music, even if
yeah.
it's not somebody you rock with. So there is somebody that you heard spit a verse to you, or it was like, "Hey, listen to my song." So why not go and play it in your car sometimes, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But Faye is I'm a mom of three. Um,
Okay.
I have two girls and a son,
Okay.
and they keep me on my toes. So they're stair step kids. So virtual learning has been, woo, last year was better. This
Yeah.
year, not so much. So it
Uh.
kind of inspired me to really dig deep and start looking into in-home education with my kids. I feel like it's the perfect time to really get a hold of the education and to really see. It was a slap in the face.
Okay.
So I'm a mom of three. To cut to the chase, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in freedom of your way of living. I believe in freedom of being able to earn money from your passion, to be able to
Yeah.
educate your family the way you feel you see fit. Um, I feel that I'm also, as an artist, I'm somebody who just loves music. I call myself the hippie of music. Like I don't mind sitting down and collabing with somebody or being like, hey, they was like, oh, that verse is good, but I want such and such to do it. Hey, by all means, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Right.
I just love music. I've been listening to it since I was a kid. I'm not really good at remembering names and music all the time, but I just know how music will make me feel. So
Uh
I
huh.
remember I got my butt whooped for going downstairs and, going ahead and DJing my mom's James Brown record. Got my butt tore up. It was worth it. It was
Scratching
worth
on
it.
the James Brown. Ooh.
Yes, it was worth it. Like it was worth it. I mean, I know she regretted buying me my first karaoke machine because she lit a fire in me. It would be
Yeah.
to the point she yelling upstairs, "Shut up!" and I'm still
Yeah.
whispering in the mic, like, "This is what I'm gonna sing anyway." So, but
That's dope. That's
yes,
dope.
but I'm a mom. I'm an artist. I am a. Um, I believe in God. That's been my root of everything. Even when I
Amen.
wanted to resist it and be like, oh, I don't even need that. I can believe my own self. No, life got a funny way of showing you, all right, now you need to humble yourself and realize that there's a greater power that's actually looking out for you. So,
I dig it.
and I never knock anybody else for what they believe spiritual wise. I just say, hey, just don't, as long as you ain't stepping on my toes, I won't step on yours. So,
Yeah. Same way. Same way.
hmm
That's what's up. I'm about to throw you in my top five game gauntlet. I'm gonna throw you in my top five game gauntlet. What's your top five foods?
my top five foods would have to be, huh? I love a good salmon. Any type of flavor of like it got to be some love on it. I want salmon that has some sauce drizzled on it, maybe some shrimp on top or anything like
Okay.
that. I love salmon. I love seafood. Pasta.
Okay.
Fridays. Oh my gosh, they had this pasta. It was called chicken piccata, and them heifers took it off the menu, and I was so upset. I used to get that every time. So I love a good pasta.
Uh-huh.
I love another food. Let's see. I said pasta. I love a good pizza, but I'm weird. I
Uh,
like Gino's Pizza. That's off of Copley Road.
uh-huh.
And I like that pizza with pineapple on it. That's the only pizza I will eat with some pineapples on it. And then my other favorite food, but it's not around no more, it was Open Pantry's JoJo's. I used to risk to get a whooping to go up there and get a bag of JoJo's. Full of hot
Really?
sauce. Yeah, it was good. So, but yeah, I mean, those are my favorite foods. And then after that is candy. I'm got an addiction to candy. I'm trying to break that still, but
Okay.
I'm a
Well,
sugar baby.
that opens up the that opens up the next top five gauntlet. What's your favorite? What's your five favorite candies?
Cherry heads, the original ones, the hard
Wow.
ones.
Yeah. 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 I remember
Yeah,
them. I remember them.
cherry heads are my favorites. Anything sour, but it would be like crybabies. I love the real ones, not these watered down versions they got now. I'm talking about the ones you pop to your mouth and your eyes watered.
Yeah.
So I would have to say red. No, hot tamales would be another one, and I would say Snickers if it's frozen,
Yeah. I love Snickers too. I love Snickers.
and I would say that's about it. I really don't have a complete top five. I just got a few that I know I would go to.
Okay. All right. Favorite favorite singers top five
Ooh,
all
am I able
time
to
too.
mix it? It don't matter if it's mainstream or local,
No,
nothing.
I don't. It don't.
Okay, I would say my favorite is Lauren Hill,
Okay.
and I got a hold of her because I had older siblings and they listened to her, and I
Okay.
still bump her music like it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
So I love Lauren Hill. I love I got on her on my Spotify. Her name is Charity Yvonne. I love listening to her music. It's like a vibe music. I can sit in the car and let my kids listen to, and I could just explore her Spotify playlist. I love her music.
Hmm.
Whitney Houston is another one. I love her. Jasmine Sullivan, that's my girl. Ooh,
Yeah.
she is man. She'll put me in the mood.
Yeah. She's fire. She's
Yeah.
definitely fire.
And then I would say Erica Badu.
Oh, okay. I
Hmm.
like that five. That five is definitely solid.
Hmm.
You're a rapper, so give me your top five rappers.
Okay, so mixture, I would say J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. I would say I love Common. I love him. And then I would say also that local wise, I got hip to a guy named Picasso.
He's a
Man,
monster, boy.
oh man, when I tell you I got starstruck, I was at work. I work at Monroe Studios too with a good friend of mine, Sharice Bryant. I love her to death.
Uh huh.
Um, and I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, is this you? And I was thankful that he didn't take me as weird. But I really do, when I hear people's songs, I really do feel like that kid again who would rush to listen to music and be like, oh, I got a different variety. It was a long time I felt personally that music became so one sided. So you
Hmm.
didn't get that variety where you can get crumped and turn up. You might want to twerk. You might want to listen and really sink into life. And now I feel like I got that path hearing a lot of local people. So I say shout out to Mozart because he plugged me into a lot of people. So my Spotify list, I got like 332 songs on there. And I have to say, I don't care if people feel like all the artists combined, some of them are not their vibes. Music as a whole, for Ohio, that now that my eyes are opened up and I'm actually meeting these people,
Yeah.
is amazing. It's amazing to be able to say, dang, you can hear some great fire coming from your own state, from where you
Yeah.
live at.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely a big fan of Nicasso. Actually, got an interview with Nicasso tomorrow.
Yeah,
We
I
got
saw
I got
that. Yeah.
Yep, got an interview with Nicasso tomorrow. So that's definitely gonna be one of them books. I was real close friends with his brother, Leon. I
Hmm.
wish have you ever heard him rap?
No, I have.
The
I'm
one that
like
passed
when I
away.
say I'm new to him, but I've been like soaking up his music. So
Yeah,
I am like digging into like seeing what he posts on his Facebook. So I did notice that he did have a brother that passed away. So
his brother
I don't
was
really know
a
the
monster.
yeah.
His brother was a monster, bro. Like,
Yeah,
oh
the
my
clips that I've
god.
seen from him, and I would love to get a plug in. If I could find a link to really find everything that he did, I would love to hear that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that boy
Uh,
was something else, man. He could
and
do so
then
much stuff too. He could do so much stuff too. That interview tomorrow is just gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be definitely a dope one because he was one of my best friends. Um, top five cereals. You eat cereal?
um, yes, I do. I say cinnamon toast crunch is a favorite of mine.
That's a favorite for a lot of people. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people
and
rocking with that.
yep, and then I would say, what's the other one? I always say I just say Smackums because I be watching Family Guy too much. The one with the frog on it.
What was it called?
Wasn't it called Smackums or something like
It
that?
was. I think it was the one with the frog on it. I think it was called Smackums or something Smacks or something.
Honey Smacks? I don't know, but I say those is good with just the right amount of cereal. I like those.
Okay.
And then I would say Apple Jacks is good, and then Fruit Loops. That's good.
Yeah, I love Apple
Yeah.
Jacks.
Oh, but
I
back
love.
to piggyback off that other artist for male rappers, I would say he's a good friend of mine's, and he has a special place in my heart. His name is Excursion. He
Okay.
does music too, and he was one of the first people that took me under his wing, seeing me branching out as a new artist. That was like, hey, I like what you do,
Yeah.
and he heard some of my old music on my SoundCloud, and he told me like I like this song, and that inspired me because I was like, man, somebody actually took the time to listen to it.
Yeah.
So I got to work with him, and we ended up doing a couple of collaborations together, and it's just been amazing. So I feel like I have, you know, not only on the friendship level, but I have somebody too on the music side that's just as hungry, and they don't have no problem with hitting you up randomly, like, do you want to hear what this song sound like, or listen to
Yeah.
this beat? So
Yeah.
it's cool.
That's dope. So you cook, right? You cook.
Yes, I cook.
All right. So your top five sauces.
When it comes to me making wings, I like to make a sweet honey barbecue or
Okay.
a spicy.
All
I
right.
love to take, my sister turned me on this one. When you take the wings and you brush them with mustard, but I go overboard. I just dip them in there, batter them in there. Then
Yeah.
I put them in my egg and flour, and then I'll fry them up. I'll dip them in some homemade barbecue sauce or whatever sauce I came up with, and I'll pop them in the oven, and then the kids smash away.
Wow.
Yep. And then my other favorite sauce would be I can't really say what type of spicy sauce, but something that's not too spicy where I'm sweating, but it just got a kick to it.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. Yeah. I like that type of sauce too. I like that
Hmm.
type of sauce too. For sure. Um. So you've been seeing lately the versus battles all over. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci versus Jeezy, the Monica versus Brandy and stuff like that. I need you to tell me two rap hip hop verses that you would want to see, and one R&B one that you would want to see, and this could be dead or alive.
Ooh.
Like a couple of them that I've gotten yesterday. I got somebody who said they wanted to see Big L versus Big Pun. Somebody said that they will want to see Busta Rhymes versus Ludacris. It was a couple. It was a couple ones that people were saying. It was some. It was some. I think
I would
somebody
like
said
to
something about
see.
Patty. I think
I,
somebody said something about Patty LaBelle versus Aretha Franklin or something like that.
oh
It
yeah,
was a
that'd be
couple
a
of them.
cold one.
It
That'd be
was
a
a couple
cold
of them.
one. Yeah, but I would like to see when it comes to speed, Twister and Buster Rhymes. I
Oh,
would
that
like to
would be
see them go at
crazy.
it.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy. That would be a crazy one. I like that one.
Yep. And then I would like to see Lauren Hill and Erica Badu
I
go
would
at it.
definitely like to see that. I think that's the
Yes.
one they should have set up. Even though Erica went against Jill Scott, and that one was pretty cool. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
that
one,
was good. That was
yeah,
like
that was
everybody was
really
getting
good.
some nurture right there, some
Yeah,
mother love. That was
yeah, that was a dope one. I definitely would have loved to see the Erica versus Lauren. That would have definitely been one of them top view ones for sure. Locally, the verses that I had going on. I'm probably gonna bring it back this year, 2021. I'm gonna bring it back. Who would you like to see on that?
oh
You can name
wow.
a couple.
And I pray I'm pronouncing his name right. Joe.
Joe Allende.
Yes, Joe Allende. Yes. Oh, I was
He's
gonna say right. Okay, Joe
he's the
Allende.
GOAT.
I would like to see him in the console do it.
I think that was one that I tried to call out too. So I
I
hope
think
they
I would
watching. I
really
hope they
hearing a
watching. That was one
Spotify
I.
playlist and Joe Allende's Euphoria. Oh my gosh! Like I play that Euphoria, that song. I play that almost every chance I get.
Joe
There's a
Allende,
couple of
man.
songs that I sit there and I could really be like, oh yeah, I could sing these. It's good to hear songs that you could be like, I can clean my whole house and just listen to Spotify all day if I want to.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I would really like to see them two go as far as rap, and then as far as R&B goes, what have I seen? And that's my thing. Okay, so and it's probably because I lack who all the artists are, so I'm still learning a lot of people. So
Same
I
here.
don't have a good category when it comes to our women.
Uh huh.
So I just can't say my favorite rappers have been sorry. Like my favorite two local wise that I've been exposed to were Lady J, Dynasty, Dirty Diana. I've heard a few, but I can't remember. So I need to, listen a few more
Right.
to go ahead and dig deep. Like I said, I just got the Spotify listen shuffle, so it picks up whatever it feels like picking up at the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. Do I want to do an artist day and just listen through it or whatever the case may be? But
Yeah.
so far, what I've heard, I love them three girls. I love them to death. Their music is really good.
That's dope. The pillars in your life. The reason why you do music. The reason things that keep you going because you as an artist you probably been through that time to be like, man, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, you know what I'm saying, or people are not paying attention to it, or I just don't just it's just not motivated, I'm just not motivated to do it no more, but it's always somebody behind you to tell you to keep going and stuff like that. Like, who are the pillars and the reason why you continue on with this music?
Um, a lot of it, not to sound cold, like I don't have support because I do, because I know the base of my kids, but a lot of it, the core source is myself, because I remember, I would just say the inspiration started when I used to go to Rankin. I was in, I think it was the first grade, and we had this gospel choir teacher. I cannot remember her name. And she told us to write a gospel song. And ever since then, I started writing songs. So I kept every song from the first grade. So my passion, that fire to just want to do music is my main pillar. Even when I'm feeling sad, and I could sit here and fight and be like, I ain't doing music at all. So I might not record, but that notebook is still getting filled. And
Yeah.
now that I've touched the process of recording and really can see, because there was a time in my life where I thought like, F it, it's just gonna be in the book. I'll give it to my kids if I ever pass. Let's see if they'll do something with it. But then eventually, when I moved back here and I got reconnected with Sharice, it was like I got a whole music family again. I was able to go ahead and start recording and getting a taste of how it was and seeing my work come to life. So now my kids are watching me. They come to the studio sometimes and
Right.
mommy
Right.
work, or I'm probably driving them nuts doing voices or whatever for hours at a time. And they're like, "Well, she shut up. She done went over this 3 times already." But
Right.
I'm showing them that, hey, no matter what you face in life, you can do it. So now I'm doing it for my kids. So now my reasons are growing. So it's my kids. And most of all, I feel like God gave me my gift. And I feel like I can't waste it because I feel like there's things in me I need to share because I like to story tell too in my songs. I can see somebody else and they're going through a hard time and I'm gonna flip it and make it into a song or whatever, whether
Yeah.
it's inspiration or just a wake up call. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of things though, but those are my three main reasons.
I like that. I like that. How do you feel about the music game from past to present? Like the way people are rapping from back in the day to now, the people who rap on beat, the people who rap off beat, the rumble rap and all of that stuff compared to compared to people like Twister, Cassidy and stuff like that. But now you got the NBA young boys and the baby and the little babies and all of that. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the music game now and where it's going?
Hmm. It's not so much as the way they're doing it. I will say, as far as the mumble rap goes, I would like to understand what I'm saying, what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
So a lot of the times when my kids listening to some of these new artists, I'm like, you can't. If we can't understand what they saying, you got to turn this shit off because I don't know, and I ain't got time
exactly.
for lyrics.
Right,
And I'm sorry, I grew up in that era where we had the lyrics on the album covers. They don't, so we ain't got time.
right.
So it's not so much that they rapping off beat because I have to admit I'm a rule breaker. So I don't put the chorus where people think the hook should go or where the verse should go. I just feel like if you want to create it, I feel like this. After I've heard, because I used to get beats and back in the day off of SoundClick and YouTube. But after I
Yeah.
heard Charlie Parker, because he's done a lot of my beats on this project, Karma's Revenge. After I've gotten beats from my homeboy Bruce Jones, a childhood friend of mine, and after I got them from Mozart, actually I snagged two beats from that verses with Mozart.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, oh
That's
yeah,
what's up. That's
that's
what's up.
in the beginning of Karma's Revenge, Craving. So when I these guys are cold, and I feel like the way we write music is how they do their beats. It's
Yeah.
something they're saying. We might not get it on key, but it's something that they're trying to tell you in their beat. So I don't get upset when people, what we would call you disrespecting the rules of the beat. It's more so the content I feel has become more one sided. It's all over sex.
I
Sex is
got
cool,
you.
it sells. But I feel like we lost the balance. We don't talk about more of what's going on in the world sometimes. We don't have that happy, cheery music and we can still be cool. And then the same artists can come out and be sexy. So for me, I feel like I don't put myself in a box. I don't believe in naming my particular project in one genre because I might hit you with a jazz or I might take a rock beat and make you feel like you about to go, you trapping or something like that. I just feel like the beat is going with your vibe. So for one, I gotta understand what you're saying. And two, I just have to feel like it has to have a balance. So
I agree 1,000%. You hear me clear?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. Now, my question to you is, people like myself. Um, how do you feel about people who do music for the love of it? Because a lot of people, you have a lot of people who don't write songs of what story tells in them. You got a lot of people who don't. The song really might not have a concept, but it's still a positive, dope joint, but not really with a concept on it. How do you feel about that type of music?
I call those vibes. I call them like vibes. Because
Yeah,
I do that. I might not hit you, I might not stick to one particular subject. I'm just going on and the whole topic could be about love, but I'm describing it in all these different ways. I like that because I call those smoker songs too. Like I'm sitting back and I might be like, or I'm sitting back with however you relax. I'm sitting back and I'm about to roll one. I want to hear this song real quick. I don't even want to focus on what we're talking about. I just want to vibe.
yeah,
So I don't think those are bad either. But I feel like at some point I feel like don't get into that box either. I like variety.
yeah,
That's just my personal opinion. But if you're an artist that's just strictly trap or you're an artist that's just strictly whatever the case may be, you're gonna find your avenue. I feel like
yeah,
the world is big enough for you to, to get it.
yeah. So you're a female artist holding it down for the females. What makes you stand out from all the other females?
Um, I would just say is that I'm just being me.
Hmm.
I just want to make the world understand that yes, we strive for mainstream, but the key when it comes to music is to get everybody out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like um I don't look at other women and be like, and I'm not saying that all women are like that, but it is, well, I don't know where we get it from, whether it's a generational thing or what. It's naturally for us women to get together and eventually you're gonna feel like you gotta put the claws out. But you don't have to. I feel like music should be a utopia for us.
Okay.
So I feel like that's what makes me stand out is where I feel like no matter what we said outside of music, once we hit music's doors, it doesn't matter. So everybody has a chance to shine. So I would
Yeah.
never look at the next artist and I feel like, damn, she can rap better than me. So I don't want her to do this. Or behind closed doors, she said my music was whack. So I don't want her to work with me. No, okay, that's your personal opinion. So I just feel like, and that's where I feel like I might have a hard time, uh, not fitting in, but accepting, the music world locally because there is a lot of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with you 1,000%. What do you feel your genre of music is? Because I don't think you have a box on you, but if you did say if somebody's like, "Yo, I want to listen to some Faye music," and if it's in there, like what category would it be under? Like what all would you put under? You would put pop, rap, R&B, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like what would you call your music?
I would say I would say it's a more rap, R&B, maybe some rock with a little bit of hip hop mixed into it.
Okay.
So that's what I would describe. And I couldn't just put it under one label because I don't know. I can't function like that. I used to, and then it would just jack me up. Next thing you know, I'm hearing another beat, and I'm like, no, this got to go on the project too. So I
Yeah.
just got in the habit of either making it into one big visual where I try to get to where every song you can hear, you can envision what I'm talking about. So
Uh-huh.
that way you're not so much focused on, well, she didn't went from rap to jazz, or she didn't went from jazz to kind of pop. But I will throw something in there that will remind you of the last vibe.
Got you.
Uh,
That's dope. What started you in this music? Like, what you do? Like, when you started, how old were you when you started? What was the reason why you started? You was like, oh, well, I picked up the pen and I'm like, yo, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? What started you with this?
church. My mom, she used to take me to this church, and it was called, what was it called? Was it Where It Was Grace? I think so. That was the name of the church. And we used to have to learn these Bible verses. So I suck at just reading and memorizing. So I discovered that I learned better if I turned everything I had to learn into a song. So I
Yeah,
would start singing the Bible verse. So I would get up there and start singing the Bible verse, and I noticed that, oh, they like what I do. But I was already writing the song at the time because my uh, gospel choir teacher told us to write. But to get me to really go into it and be public about it was learning from Bible verses. And
yes,
eventually I saw, and then I just got in love with seeing the choir singing, and then my mom would sing around the house, and then the music she would play, and then seeing people on TV. And I was like, man, I want to get up and I want to create songs like that, or I want to sit up here and write a song for this person like that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so off the music subject, real quick, and I just want to get a female standpoint from a different perspective. We want to go to relationships. From a female's perspective, what do you feel that the female position is when it comes to a relationship?
Ooh. That's a tough.
Yeah.
Um, I could say from my.
Speaking from a female standpoint, like I ain't trying to speak from a dude standpoint or whatever. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you from a female standpoint.
Ooh, I could say from my perspective is that yes, I do believe in traditional roles in some point.
Uh-huh.
And I do believe that the woman is the homemaker, the guy he goes out, he's traditionally the worker. But we also have to understand that every woman is different.
Mm,
So from my standpoint, it would be that we both can go out and accomplish our dreams and make money. And I can still go home and be the homemaker. But if you see if I'm tired, you got my back and you helping me out.
yeah.
And I feel that her role is to be the supporter too, and to you do follow at some point, but every woman has to have something that they're able to see that is stable and positive and healthy to follow. So
Yeah.
I can't stand when they're like, well, every woman should lead. Well, if you're not giving me nothing stable to follow, then it's not going to work out.
I
So
agree. I understand that. I understand that. How do you feel about that WAP song that Nicki and what you call it did? Megan Stallion. How you feel about that song?
okay, so I do not feel anything good about the chant. Like there's some hoes in this house. I don't feel good about the chant.
Right.
I feel like we need to quit trying to play and normalize the word hoe, or being like, oh yeah, bitch. Cause even like my friends that really know me, I don't like when they be like, hey, what's up, bitch? No, I don't do that. Y'all can call each other
I
that.
hate that, yo. I
But
hate
I
that.
don't like. I don't find any type of, and I'm not dissing none of my friends or nothing like that because that's what y'all do. What y'all do. But for me, I just don't find that as a term of endearment. I don't find none of that. Like she a freak. I don't care. You call me you whatever all day. That's fine. It's a normal word to me. But
Right.
I feel like when you saying a hoe, you trying to normalize that this is okay. That's the same thing as, sorry, I might go overboard, as somebody saying, oh, it's okay to mess with a child at a certain age because at this age they know not right from wrong. No,
Right. Yeah.
I feel
No.
like if
Right.
a word is gonna stay negative, then leave it with negative. Some words you just gotta stay where the hell they at. Cause then I
I
don't want
agree.
my 13-year-old talking about something. Yeah, mommy, there's some hoes in this house. Then I have to backhand you, but at the same time, the shit is on the radio. Some stuff shouldn't be. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss,
Oh no, you
but
good, bro. You
some
good. Do
stuff
what you
shouldn't
do.
be on the radio. I feel like the radio has blurred the lines with, because we don't cuss, we can put it out there. No,
Right.
there's still some stuff I'm gonna turn off. Just
Yeah.
like for on the local standpoint, there's some stuff that I will listen to after the kids go to bed. I'm gonna bump the crap out of it because I love it. But
Yeah.
I just know they can't do it. Even some of my stuff. There's been sometimes I have to secretly write or secretly rehearse because I don't want them going out and being like, well, mommy didn't say this, so it's okay. You're
Right.
not grown up. So, but
Right.
I mean,
I
I
agree.
like the approach of You know, they were talking about sex. We're all grown. At some point in time, we didn't look at our significant other and be like, we about to do this tonight. But it's just the chant that makes me mad. It's like,
Yeah,
no, you're not a
yeah,
hoe. You could have had something else bumping on the side of that beat with that.
yeah. How you
And the
feel?
video was sexy as hell, so I can't take that from it. It's just a chant for me.
Yeah, how you feel about when Cardi said that how she don't got to cook or clean or nothing, but that's how she got the ring type deal.
Um, Based off of people's personal experience relationships, everything
Right.
works differently for everybody, so it doesn't phase me. It's like, hey, what don't work for, I'm a nurturer, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna cook for you anyways. But that don't mean that got you to be a husband, because I've been married before, so you can do everything and y'all just not evenly yoked and it just don't go no way. So
Exactly.
that doesn't mean anything. But yeah.
I dig that. I dig that. How do you feel? How do you feel about COVID and this pandemic that's going on right now? Did it hit home at all? Did you know any family or friends that it hit? And also, do you feel that people should take it more serious, or because I mean, at the end of the day, like I was talking to Mr. Smith, and he said it. Nobody believes what's going on in the media because everything in the media is always negative. You know what I'm saying? They always will tell you that it's 150,000 cases, but they'll never tell you 149 of them was passed and everybody was
Mm.
good. They will never tell you the good side of it. They always tell you the bad side. But at the same time, um, we still need to move responsibly. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's a lot of people who just don't start making moves until it hit home. After it hit home, then all of a sudden they want to buckle up. But when they don't, you know what I'm saying? When it don't hit home, they don't want to buckle up. How do you feel about the whole pandemic period?
I mean, I can go deep, but I'll just give the basics. I've known people personally who have it and they
Mm,
recovered, and I know people who recovered and they had to go to a specialist afterwards
yeah.
after they didn't beat it. And currently, I have uh, parents who are dealing with it right now. Right now, they're good. He's up eating and stuff like that. So I believe it affects everybody differently. I
Uh
just
huh.
feel like the media is over exaggerating. I feel like there's a lot of BS behind all these rules because it just doesn't make sense. We got to be home by 10 o'clock, so COVID doesn't come out until after 11.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. So,
I
and I
don't
feel like the
either.
schools, oh, we should put the kids back in school. If we see different levels, my family has known people who died from COVID. So it is a serious virus, but I'm saying that I'm sorry, I can go deep. I believe the government is bull crap. I believe they got something to do with all the craziness, and I
Yeah.
believe they're over exaggerating. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, we still need to be mindful that it is out here and we can't get it. So I've been taking precautions, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I feel like it's no one's gonna take it serious and stop doing what they want to do, and no one's going to stop working any type of jobs, because if you really want to shut us down, then you would, make sure your citizens are okay. But then
Yeah.
that opens up another conspiracy theory on that end. But
Yeah.
depending on the government. But I just feel like no one's gonna take it serious because you rather keep certain stores open and certain things. So if I go to a restaurant, then who's to say I can't go out here and go to an event? That doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Right.
So I can sit up and get drunk in the bar because it's safe, COVID free from the hours of 11 and 10 p.m. But I got to be home after that. No,
Right. And
no.
then they said it's airborne. So since they said that it's airborne, it's a lot of pores on our body, even though they only want us to cover our mouth and our noses.
Right. Because I can get the flu, and it's been plenty times, and I'm sitting here freaking out. I didn't touch the credit card reader, touch my eye. I'm like, oh my shit, I ain't got no sanitizer. No, why are
Yeah.
you freaking out? If you get the virus, I really feel like I had it back last year around the holiday because I felt sick for 3 weeks and I never felt that sick. My dad
Right.
had to take me to the hospital. Like, I'm
Yeah.
feeling like I don't want to drink, I don't want to do nothing. Everything
Right.
hurts, leave me alone.
Yeah.
So, but I just feel like it's a bunch of bullcrap behind it, but I also feel like we need to take. I just feel like it's deeper too. It's a nice time for us to really look at how we're getting treated at our jobs, what the hell our kids are learning,
Yeah.
how the government is really treating us. We really have the resources to pull away and start doing stuff on our own. And a lot of us are slipping through it. And that's another thing with the money floating around. A lot of us could have started a lot of things for ourselves, but it didn't go that way.
Yeah, that's the that was definitely the next question. I was just like, how do you um the uh the the stimulus checks that's dropping and things like that, but a lot of businesses aren't being started. Like a lot of ideas. I'm 1,000% in agreement with what you said as far as this COVID thing is a wake up call for a lot of people because I think that it can only get worse. Even if it clears up, they could just later on in the year knock you smooth out, and they ain't giving out no stimulus checks, they ain't giving out no nothing. But you had your opportunity to get your business off the ground and do whatever, whatever. But you chose not to go that route because it was just free money, and you wanted to do other stuff. Hey, I want to buy some rims. I want to buy some crab legs. I want to do
Yep,
this.
and we ain't
And when
talking about bills and splurging because trust and believe, I made sure my kids got a little special treat out of it. But at the same time, I started my cleaning business, and you know it has its days, but I'm proud that I said I got something in my name, and I
yeah,
can work the hours that I want to and try to figure out how I'm gonna provide for my family. And that's another thing to go, kind of left with jobs. It's like it's really a wake up call. When I keep
yeah,
seeing that meme and somebody's sharing it in this $2 bill, two $5
yeah,
bills, and it says, "Imagine somebody giving this to you for an hour for hard day's
yeah.
labor."
Uh-huh.
It's like I can imagine that how we all felt when we sit here and work these jobs and bust our backs and we barely get anything. And then the first time I ever got a payment for a cleaning job I did, I was like, really? I made this in 3 hours. Or the next time I made this in 2 hours, what I would have took me 8 hours to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
or
yep,
go back to school, or there's just plenty of trades. Like that's another thing. I do not believe unless it's something major that my kids need to go to college for, you'll get a trade because you're gonna have multiple things that you can do that nobody else can take from you.
right.
So
Right, I
but
agree with that. I like how you stand firm on that. Yeah, this COVID, like I said, this COVID thing is just something that it's a lot of people who are scared, which I don't feel should be scared. I feel that they should definitely be cautious, but I don't think that they should be scared. I think they should move accordingly and move smart because a lot of
mhm.
people just aren't moving. A lot of people, as soon as you tell them to don't go to the right, they go to the right because you're the one who told them to go to the right, and I
Yep.
don't got to listen to you.
And I feel like it's a growing. I'm just sorry. Like on a spiritual level, I feel like it's a growing season too, because there's
Yeah,
been a lot of stuff where I had to sit back and sit, and because I had the time, I had to
yeah,
sit down and really be with myself. And I'm like, we are missing the big picture. Yes, it's a virus, but everything in a storm, you're gonna learn some things through it. And it's like if
yeah,
you focus on the big, oh, it's a virus, but you're not focused on everything else. People falling into depression. I'm seeing it on my timeline, and it's
yeah,
like this is the time for you. If you off, go figure out what you can do. It's a lot of free stuff you can do.
yeah,
So
yeah. I agree. I agree 1,000%. I definitely agree 1,000%. Well, you made it without your panic attack and all of that. You made it. You definitely made it. But before we do go, do we? Let's talk about the platforms where your music is at. Do you got any music coming out? You got any more stuff you working on? What we looking for as far as 2021? And let us know about your business before we get out of here.
as far as music goes, you can find me on Spotify. My project that just dropped October 31st is Karma's Revenge.
Okay.
I have producers Bruce Jones, Charlie Parker, and Mozart on there. You can find on YouTube, iTunes, Amazon, pretty much everywhere you can find that.
Okay.
I'm going to continue working on music. I actually have a collab project out now called Vantage Point with a good friend of mine, Excursion Dante Feaster is his name on Facebook. And Shout out to Monroe Studios and my good friend Sharice Bryant. And then the other business that I do is called Why Bother Home and Party Cleaning Service. And it's also geared to help out communities, like families who can't afford a luxury cleaning, but they need help and they're, probably medical bound and they can't get up and do what they're supposed to do. So
Yeah.
you guys to check out those pages. They both have individual pages. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you for giving me an interview. It's my first one. So, you know,
Yeah. Oh, expect more. I was listening to the music. The music is definitely dope.
thank
I appreciate you even reaching back out. You know what I'm saying? Allowing me to interview you, giving your feedback and of anything that I've asked on the questions. You know what I mean? And just being able to share support like you do for other people. Shout out to Charlie Parker and Mozart and them that actually helped you out with your project and things of that nature. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, 2021, well, all we can do is see bigger and better things. You said your cleaning business. That's running out of Akron?
Yes, it is. It's called Why Bother Home and Party Cleaning Service.
Okay.
And it's on Facebook. So you can find me on Facebook. You just got to type in the name, or I'm always sharing it on my page or in my story. So you just got to look in there and click on the link and you can find it.
All right. Well, Make sure everybody go and follow her for if you need something cleaned up. You said parties and all that too. You cleaning
Yes.
everything.
So if you get an event and you like, dang, I don't feel like cleaning up after this, I got you.
Oh, you in the business for real. Cause
Yeah.
a lot of that's one thing for real. I'm definitely gonna be having to make some phone calls to you when some special events got coming up. Cause I know for a fact it's some people that just like, man, I ain't trying to clean up after this, man.
Right.
For sure.
Yep.
So that's dope. That's a dope idea. I never even put that together. But I don't really be paying attention to that stuff as much as far as like who's doing what business wise. That's one of the reasons why I created this platform for I can start learning other people as well. But I think that that's a great business because I know a lot of people like wedding receptions. There's a lot of people who don't want to stay after for that to clean that
Right.
up. There's a lot of stuff for to hire an actual company to do that. You got employees under you?
Yes, I have one other person that helps me, but I do have it priced off like depending on what your size is and what all you have and at your party and stuff like that. So we
That's
always
dope.
working.
That's dope, man. That's dope. But like I said, definitely appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Like I said, you were the first female that I did an interview with. This is definitely a dope situation. For real. I don't even know what number interview wise this is, but it will be on YouTube, it'll be on Twitter, and of course on Facebook. So we can definitely share it. Everybody who missed it, who's in, you can go back and watch it. It'll be on my page, and it'll probably be on her page as well. Once again, like I said, I thank you for tuning in and doing this interview with me, and keep doing what you're doing. We're definitely paying
Thank,
attention.
thank you very
Oh,
much. Thank you
yep,
so much for having me.
no problem. You have a good day.
Thank you. You have a blessed night.
Yep, you too.
All right.